Hey everybody, Darryn Yates here. You're stuck in a job you hate. You're miserable. You're not sure what step to take next. Here are 10 signs you should be an entrepreneur or some kind of online marketer. Let's get into it. When certain friends and family talk about your career choice, your financial instability, can't hold down a job, you get fired, you quit, you get made fun of, family and friends come at you in a negative, cynical way, and you always just mumble, well, just wait, we'll see, I'm going to figure this out. If you mumble to yourself a lot, when you hear other people talking crap about your job choice or your instability, something where they're, above you, they're actually insecure looking down on you, your career choice, they might be a little jealous or envious because you're exciting, you have giant ambition. The game ain't over yet. I'm going to figure this out. Just wait, you little bitches. That's a good sign that you should be an entrepreneur or some kind of online marketer. If you get in certain situations where family and friends are bragging about how much they make, 70, 80, 100 grand or whatever, it's a lot easier to work your way up to 100,000 a year than to make 100,000 a month or in a couple weeks or whatever. And you're studying, you are working on an empire, empire. You are rubbing shoulders with entrepreneurs who are making that stuff in a month or a week. Some cats are doing that in a day. And you just laugh because you're building something huge, something giant, something so ambitious that you will get out of the middle class bracket quick. If you find yourself laughing at those conversations, you should be an entrepreneur. If your job that you're currently at, you can't respect your boss. You're amazed that he makes more money than you do. If you look at your boss with that kind of disdain, and he's not even making that much money, and he's making more than me, and he's not very clued in. He's not the smartest guy in the world. He's kind of an idiot. So if you look at your boss and it drives you to go way above him and way above that job you're currently at, that's a good sign you should be an entrepreneur. The whole 9-to-5 slave to the grind crap just irks you to no end. You hate the drive, not looking forward to going to bed, not looking forward to getting up in the morning, the traffic. They tell you how much you're worth. When you're a certain age, you'll be able to get a certain watch or whatever. Guys, life is meant to be lived. Go change stuff. You can make the world a better place. You can make your life a better place. You can live the extraordinary life. You don't have to be boxed in. So if that 9-to-5 rat race, the freaking ant farm stuff, the faceless Pink Floyd stuff, if that drives you crazy and you get panic attacks, you're on the right path. You should be an entrepreneur or some kind of online marketer. That's a good sign. If you get excited at the thought of getting fired, if you get excited at the thought of quitting and get the hell out of there and starting fresh on your own thing, that's a beautiful sign that you should be an entrepreneur. Now, I know this is a big one for me. When I hit rock bottom and I got fired from the corporate world, leading up to me getting fired, I would sit there and I would start having panic attacks. My heart would race. I would think about what I'm doing, what I'm currently doing at this job, and what my true talents and passions are. And what I'm doing here has nothing to do with my true calling, my true purpose, my true talents and passions. I'm ignoring them. I'm putting them under the rug. What's that? Life is about tapping into your true talents and passions, not only to be happier, but the money potential in your true passions is way more than any job you hate. So not only are you stuck financially, you're broke, you're miserable, you're not doing anything you love. So when you start thinking about that and it starts pissing you off, that's a good sign that you should be an entrepreneur. Get out of that hellhole. Get out of that dead-end thing. Like I said before, you're told what you're worth. You're not making a fraction of what you should be making, what you are worth. Your talent, your passion, your personality, the way you describe things, the way you teach things, the way you do things. People can get value from that. You can help people. So when you start thinking about how much you're not making compared to what you're worth, that's a good sign. You need to get the hell out and be an entrepreneur, be an online marketer in some fashion. The opportunities right now are crazy. This is a perfect time to get started on what you are going to be happy doing, build an extraordinary life, get to it. It's possible. You got to work, you got to be consistent, but it is possible. You fail forward, you learn, you do it or you learn. There's no failure if you don't stop. The small talk in the mornings at the office, you can almost predict what everybody's going to say. There's only so much time you can talk about restaurants and the weather and pets and family and kids. I love all that stuff. It's great. But when you can start predicting what everyone's going to say every day, it's like puppets. If that small talk and that small mindset, if that's starting to drive you nuts and make you want to puke, that's a good sign. You should be an entrepreneur. Get out of that. You want variety. You want extraordinary. You want different. You want every day to be a challenge. You want to talk to the true movers and shakers, the real entrepreneurs, the real wealth builders, the real people doing their thing. You can channel your passions, your talents into some form of online marketing and monetize it. So if the small talk, all the predictable crap being talked about every day, it would drive me nuts. It would drive me absolutely nuts. If it's driving you nuts, that's a good sign. You should be an entrepreneur. Every day, you're constantly thinking about inventions or products or businesses or ways to make huge money. You're constantly writing ideas down, doing voice memos. You know you're meant for something greater, something more extraordinary, something huge, something where you tap into your true talents and passions. You work 80 hours a week to avoid working 40, and it doesn't feel like you're working at all. It's your passion, it's your heart, it's your purpose, it's your calling. If you're constantly thinking about different businesses and how you can get out of the certain rat race and the 9 to 5 and the soul sucking, it drains your individuality. If you're constantly working and thinking about other things to do besides that, it's constant every single day. You constantly thinking about revenue streams. How can I get this going? How can I get that going? That's a good sign. You should be an entrepreneur. And lastly, you're just tired of being a puppet. You know, you're starting to realize that this life is about you helping people, you expressing your individuality, you expressing your true talents, your true passions, your personality, putting your word out there, you helping change it for the better. People need you. People are looking for you. You're tired of the regular rat race, the 9 to 5, boring, miserable, where you're doing nothing that you're supposed to be doing. You waste all your talent, all your true energy and passion and your happiness. You're just throwing it all away to be miserable or to be near broke. Or even if you're making a ton of money but you're miserable, it's time to be happy. Because if you are consistent with it, you can make your happiness. You can make the things you love. You can monetize that. And you can make a hell of a lot more money than the miserable job you hate, that you're just getting by. You don't put your full efforts into it because it's not you. It's not your passions. You're not utilizing your true talents, your true everything you're about. You're sick of it. It's time to change it all. It's time. Doesn't matter how old you are. It's never too late. In fact, if you're a little older like I am, sometimes it's better. You have more experience to draw on. You have more things to teach. You have more things you've been through, more experiences, more crazy, rough times, more failing forward kind of stuff that you can help people with. In fact, I'm a little bit older than most of the gurus I follow, so I plan on them knowing who I am. If they don't already, they will. You should have that mentality. It's time for you to change it all. That simple life you're not destined for. You're destined for something greater. You want to help you with what you are about, not working for somebody else, helping them make all the money. It's time. You know it. Deep down you know it. And I can help you. I'm doing it. Let's do it together. There'll be a link to sign up on my email list. I want to help. I hit rock bottom in March of 2019. My lower back was in constant pain. I had a bulging disc hitting my sciatic nerve. My wife was pregnant with kid number 3. I promised her I would not lose this job. We needed the insurance, help with the baby bills, help my back surgery I needed. I lost the job. I hid for a week in a parking lot, pretended to go to work because I was so ashamed and embarrassed. I sat there and I researched and I figured it out. I started following certain mentors who exposed me to a whole new world out there that most people do not know about. I want to help you see it. I want to help you capitalize on it. I want to help you be a beast. I want to help all you guys out there lean in and dominate. Let's keep in touch. Let's do this together. It's time for you to live the life you're supposed to live. There's nothing wrong about wanting to live an extraordinary life, to build true wealth, to prove all the naysayers wrong. And money, to me, is all about freedom, to do what you truly want to do, live your life how you're supposed to live it, exactly how you want to live it. I'm done with the ordinary. I can barely even talk to ordinary people anymore. If you are right with me, let's ride. I love you guys. Look forward to hearing from you. Darryn Yates here. Lean in and dominate.